Yo, what up, beautiful people? Doing this here. Just waiting for laundry right now. Just a kind of reset day in regards to van life. Tidying up the van a little bit, getting laundry done. Seems like I should do laundry about every single week. Otherwise, I run out on these. And it's probably good as well to do it at least once a week so it doesn't accumulate. Because, one thing about van life is that you don't really have that much space or room. So, gotta maximize pretty much every square inch that you have here. So got about another 15 minutes of laundry before I throw it over to the dryer. And I guess I just want to talk about random things such as how I started trying to be less perfect. And by doing so, I have freed up a lot more time. I'm not as harsh or critical of myself anymore, unlike before. And through that, I'm just feeling much more free and much more happier overall. And even when I work out now, it's as long as I show up and I listen to my body and I try my best, I've been making pretty good progress and goals with that instead of going in always trying to beat myself up and trying to get a better workout than the last workout. There's days where I just don't really feel it. And instead of forcing it, I just go in and just focus on just being there. So one of my habit and routines always is like non-negotiable now is 5 minute warm up on incline treadmill, followed by 5 minutes of slow treadmill. And anything else that falls in between that is fair game. And the one of the coolest part about the going to the gym is that the hardest part typically is getting there. Once you're there and once you start moving, more than likely you're going to want to do more. You're going to want to push more. You're going to feel more motivated to do a bit more. So, as long as you get there, to me, that's already a win, you know? Because the chances of you capping out and not wanting to do more is very slim to none. Because once you get there and you start moving and you see everyone pushing and just focus on just bettering themselves, you too will be motivated to do that, you know? And one thing as well in regards to trying to be less perfect is that I'm not trying to get to a perfect ideal look or anything like that. I'm not trying to get there at a faster rate. I'm just believing the process, doing my best every day, every week that I'm in the gym. And honestly, I've been making pretty good progress and goals in regards to that. And I would say it's probably once in my life, ever since I've been doing fitness on and off for a decade now, that I don't really have any injuries. And to be frank, strangely, I feel like I'm making much more progress and goals than I ever did, even when I was in my 20s. You know, I'm currently 36 now. Started fitness journey when I was about 25, and I feel like I have more energy now. I feel like I'm making much more progress and gains than I did when I was pushing myself harder. And I would say a big part of that is just not trying to be perfect all the time, just taking it slow, believing in the process, and yeah, just taking it slow just really is the way to go, you know? And with fitness now, it's purely for myself. Unlike in the past, my goal was just trying to be able to impress others, trying to show it off, always taking my shirt off, wearing t-shirts with that I would customly cut just so I could show off my body, you know? But now I just wear a simple tank top, just do my thing, and I'm purely doing it for myself for once in my life instead of doing it seeking for external validation. The only validation that I'm looking for now is purely with myself. I don't need to show off to anyone but myself. When I look at myself after a workout, just looking at a pump check, I just feel so happy and so proud of myself. And to me, that's honestly all I need, because I know that when I look my best mentally, it helps me feel my best as well too. And in the past, when I look for and seek for external validation, the happiness will only get me so far. And yeah, and the funny thing is, when I'm in the gym, I notice and see other gym bros there who used to be a lot like my older self, and sometimes they will even try to compete with me, but that doesn't even bug me, honestly. It's like let them do their thing. They're gonna have to go through their own trials and figure out that fake confidence will only take them so far, you know. And I just focus on myself and do my thing. When I'm in the gym, I'm just purely locked in, just for my own personal gains, for my own personal workout, for my own personal goals, and I've just been really enjoying this life. And that life has really taught me that, just to really slow down, just to learn to love myself, just to seek for internal validation from myself. And I don't care what people think. I don't care what people perceive me as. In the past, being Mr. Perfect, I would really care about what people think and perceive of me. But now, quite frankly, I don't give a darn. You know, people can think whatever they want. No matter how nice you try to be, no matter how good you try to be, there will always be haters out there, and I welcome them now. Quite frankly, I'm okay with being by myself, being alone, and van life really taught me that to embrace that loneliness and allow myself for once in my life to feel these emotions. In the past, when I would be lonely, I would always try to seek for something to fill it in. Always be on a dating app, trying to seek some kind of connection, some kind of validation through there. And now I no longer look for anything like that anymore. And I never plan to go back on the dating apps or anything like that. I plan to just meet people through real connection, through real moments, instead of this inflated marketplace of the dating apps. If you bros and sis know what I mean. People can always say these things about themselves, but over time, you find out that they're insecure. They're not happy with themselves. They haven't put the time to work on themselves. So I'm just gonna go in the wild and look for someone who has the same philosophy and goal and trajectory. Someone who's working on themselves as opposed to trying to find happiness through some form of artificial means of likes and swipes and all that stuff. And yeah, I guess I'll just do a random update in regards to work too. Like lately with work, the old me would be stressed out by it, these things that would be occurring, you know. Like we had a lot going on in the past 2 weeks. Yes, heck yes, it was stressful. But I have gratefulness and gratitude that it wasn't as bad as some of the things I had to deal with and face in the past. And by not trying to be perfect as well this time around, I just take this hit on the chin and just learn to get up and roll around with those punches, if you know what I mean. You know, instead of just thinking and pondering about it. Oh, what could I have done better? What could I have done differently to make that outcome better in that moment? As long as I know I'm doing my best that day, that moment, that week, that's enough for me. If I get crucified, if I get in trouble by my boss by it, so be it. Because I know I came in with the right intention. I try my best. So when I do make mistakes and I try my best not to, you know, I don't beat myself up for it anymore, unlike in the past. And yeah, this video's coming in about 10 minutes. And thank you for listening to me. Like, comment, subscribe if you like these kind of random talks about me going on this random adventure of van life, discovering myself, because I'm just going to be 100% true and transparent to you guys. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat anything, you know? And van life, too, my van life isn't glorious, you know? I don't go on cool adventures or anything like that. It's purely me just living, rebuilding myself, just finding myself, and just being happy. And for once in my life, I feel like I'm truly happy, you know? I haven't waked up with that more anxiety and depression. And yeah, comment down below what you want to hear about, what you want to see, and all that good stuff. Thank you, beautiful people. Peace.